Wall Street institution tries to come out.
Amen, brother. Thank you for your help.
GD Ameritrade is gonna lose hella customers after that shit, dude.
Looks like you better
Wait, I just found the stocks that are like shorted the most. Top one's AMC, second's American Airlines, fourth is GameStop, fifth is Bed Bath & Beyond. What do you mean?
Where are you getting this list from? I see a completely different one.
You're looking at the wrong thing.
It's GameStop by far.
Yo, we got chill. Stay the path. GME is the path.
If that was true with AMC, with over 1 billion volume, it'd be more than what GameStop is. That's totally not true.
What do you, man? Buy WoW or something. What
I mean, AMC's no GameStop. It's up 300%. It's not fucking bad.
Yo, do I... What's the move if AMC just freezes GameStop for 6 days?
GameStop pandemic is over. And thinking about the move.
Somebody's in there? Oh.
Hey,
There really isn't much they can do.
welcome back.
There really isn't much, but
It's second stream each day. You can't sell it anyways.
yeah.
What's going on?
We have to reiterate this again and again because there's so many new
I'm
sites
trying to
here.
like.
Make sure you
thank
hold. Even if they just like stop trading on GME, just hold it. Don't get
Oh, where'd you
scared.
go?
Do not get scared.
Okay, wait.
You go left or
Because then
right?
it's just getting the hedge fund stuck
Okay,
in their positions
now-
as well, and they can't even move
now,
the price action, which it screws them over.
Yeah, he's on that way.
I think
Shit.
I think it's pretty clear to most people that like to hold through Friday, but I think come Monday, I've been in the call for like a few hours, and then I only left for 2 hours. But it seemed like like people were saying different
Yeah,
things.
they don't
So
have
people were
anyone.
saying don't hold past Monday. Other people were saying hold
Yeah,
past
I
Monday.
don't
So I
know.
feel like that's where the discrepancies are.
well.
I feel like up to Friday, I feel like everybody's on the same page. But now, like come Monday,
could
people
even
are
last
like
months.
it's very different.
Monday is
It's
Right,
gonna
and-
depend on how big the squeeze is and how much it jumps. You know, if it jumps up to astronomical numbers, people are gonna probably want more. They'll be like, okay, well, if this is possible, then why not keep on holding and get this 5K, get this 10K?
It's
I
all
think
there.
once we break 1K, then we can start discussing about that. But
Yeah, we got enough.
but on Friday, though, really anything could happen
Dropping,
because
dropping,
Friday
dropping.
is monthly option expiration,
I'll see where.
fund rebalancing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did read someone posted like some interesting DD that Friday would not be something to target, that we should be holding longer at the least.
But the thing is, you're playing by their
Who the
rules.
hell is saying Friday is a judgment day for GME?
I don't know.
It's
Dude, let's
whenever
hope
the
Elon
shorts
tweets
get
again.
shorted.
Can't be short.
The question is, when
Yeah,
do
there's so
those
many
shorts
different
have to cover?
expiration dates.
The squeeze.
Friday the contract.
Robbie,
expires.
pick up
Price
They're
stock
just
Friday
already
has
on
an
expiration
expiration date.
So they're trying to
Might
get
be poisoning.
So buy Tootsie Roll.
No,
I think we need
Just
somebody
hold.
to make a post on
Tootsie
this.
Roll.
over 10 question mark.
Let's get some
Because I think after every time the market closed, someone would always post something, kind of giving like a pretty
Yeah,
detailed analysis of what's
yeah,
going on.
We need someone to get some more people kind of on the same page. So like,
Yeah, because
To be honest,
again, it seems like up until Friday,
is
everything
being posted?
seems pretty like
What
everybody.
are they
seems to be
saying
on
on?
the same
What are they
page.
saying on subreddit?
recently on Twitter,
David Dobrik just tweeted out AMC stock, and then recently Mia Khalifa was saying something about Nokia.
Guys, do not underestimate these people. There's an information war
Sound of my
going on
content.
right now. They're trying to divert your attention between different places you can put your money. Do not fall for
Oh
it.
yeah,
Right,
like
if
have you noticed?
It's on the
Where would you
butt.
put your
If you
money then?
noticed
If
on
there
the
was an
subreddit-
information war going on, would you put it on AMC?
GameStop for sure. By far GameStop.
GameStop?
Oh, okay.
oh,
1000%,
definitely.
dude.
Oh, hit all those fuckers.
Okay, so the money is at
Buy the dip.
$19. No, okay, AMC is
What
around
about
like $17, right?
Johnson's
So
up now?
what's to say that it's not going to increase to the point where GameStop is right now?
Because the shortage.
is.
Shortage percentage, dude.
Why
Alright,
wouldn't
I
AMC
wasn't
go
saying
up to 100, huh,
Yeah, well,
motherfuckers?
it's-
Tell me
Shortage
that.
percentage,
Buy the dip.
dude.
Market's
It's
about to
gonna do
close.
It's
and
gonna
needs to
go
be
to
above 220.
$500.
The shortage
It is going to make me
percentage.
plus.
I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
I think
Nothing goes wrong.
You haven't bought GME at this point, and you're looking at Nokia. You're
Close as
I GME right now.
There is no next GameStop.
So let me get
This is only
so what I'm getting from you guys is that you can get money from this entire bubble that's going on, invest in GameStop.
There is no
Yes.
next
history,
GameStop.
boys.
Don't fuck it up.
It doesn't have to be.
Don't fucking savings into this shit.
Oh, okay, let me
No,
ask
no,
another
no.
question.
we can literally fucking visit each other and
Don't
fucking
get a
real life
fucking
like
cheeseburger where you get fucking
Hey,
tendies.
it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to go broke.
Everybody shut up.
Buy the dip.
Shot, man.
Old news. Right, that
yeah,
still
bro.
doesn't help us out.
Fuck yeah.
That's what you had to say.
That's right.
What the fuck was
with
that?
AMC.
say goodbye to your balls and knees.
I still think it's funny how the thoughts in my area closed.
Thoughts on BlackBerry, anybody?
Where the fuck is
Listen,
Elon?
Every dollar
Let's kinda
above
think
60
though,
days,
like,
making
after
you
hours-
millions more in debt. Millions.
Let's think though, like after hours, there's usually like a lot less volume that's traded, right? Which gives the stock the ability to really move, right?
Right. Yes, I understand.
Is
Everyone
fucking
follows it.
500 before 8 p.m.
And,
Can I,
and
like, ask a
aftermarket
question?
trading yeah, go on.
is at
Yeah,
power
so,
hour.
okay, like, I know we've talked about this, like, 500 times now, but just for, like, the final last time, like, are we selling, are you guys selling Friday or Monday, like?
This is what we said. We need to have some clarification on it.
Hold through Friday. Just hold Friday. Don't sell Friday. Hold Friday.
Going around that you have to
So
sell
hold
on
Friday.
It's Monday.
It's just there's really no reason to sell. Like there's
Shut the
no
fuck,
there's no reason
dude.
you should be selling.
Like, the hedge funds are not buying
Well, yeah,
GME on
obviously,
Friday,
well,
right?
of course. But I'm saying like,
Hey guys, is the world
honestly,
gonna
like,
end in 4 billion years or 5 billion years? Let's answer that right now.
One at a time. One at a time.
bro.
Yeah, and they won't be able to do that on Friday, right?
To be honest, though, bro, I don't think that many people really care.
Bro, one at a time.
Everybody
One at a
sell
time.
AMC
right now, buy Jimmy when it's low.
Bro, what I'm
Sell
saying
AMC,
is,
it's really high
what
right
I'm
now.
saying is, boys, listen. I think
Sell
only
AMC,
half
it's way too
people
high.
in here.
Take your profits, buy Jimmy.
Boys, I think only 10% are actually trying to.
What about
do
BlackBerry?
Others are in here for money.
You know, you have a good
BlackBerry's dead. Shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah, that was me. It was me. It was $1,000 crap.
AMC
Only
is way
10%.
too high. Sell AMC. Buy Jimmy while it's low.
Sell AMC. Okay, if you
Sell
want
AMC,
money,
take your profit.
you-
Everybody take your profit.
Hold on. Can I get the collective mind of you guys?
Leg up on GME. GME.
Sell AMC and buy GME.
Yeah, can
Sell
everybody,
AMC.
like, shut up?
Guys,
For fuck's sake?
Hold AMC. Just hold.
Like,
Buy
can
GME.
you
everyone
guys
just
were
shut up?
Melvin Capital.
Bye.
We're like in Melvin Capital shoes or Citron shoes. Like, what would you try to do to get yourself out of this situation? You got to kind of think like, what the fuck could they try to do?
Smash the whole market. Just to get my money
Sell
back.
your
So, like,
AMC
what do
before
you
market
think-
closes. Buy GME.
I just throw myself.
Buy GME before market closes. It's going to
I think
400.
there are other options that they could
GME
do.
is going to 400.
Alright, so basically what I do is I fucking
GME is going to 400. Buy GME. Sell your AMC.
Just remember
Sell
that
AMC.
the
Sell
big
AMC.
spike happened at the bell yesterday.
AMC,
The
it's
big
way too
spike
high.
happened after the bell yesterday. Now's your chance to get in.
Yes.
You have to sell AMC right now. It's way too high. Take your profits. Take profits on AMC.
we're talking too much and not buying enough.
I feel like they're asking other investment banks about it. We're talking about it here. The question is, what actions could we take?
Almost every single article on Market Watch about GameStop. Nokia stock sword record gain and record volume for no
Guys, last chance to buy. Get in before it goes up.
Seriously, dude, look at that leg up on GME and those fucking Mac. Dude, MACD's low right now.
GameStop has way more catalysts pushing for it.
Okay, well, I have one final comment before.
350, 350, 350.
Wait, let's hear.
Bye.
Yeah, let's hear this guy. Let's go.
Is in 1 minute.
Shut up!
Come on.
Oh, let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Can I get a 350? 350 market close. 350.
Come on.
Shut up.
Oh my god, are we gonna close over 350?
350, close 350.
Come on, 350.
Bye.
Please close over 350.
Come on.
15 seconds. Go.
Bye.
Made it once great.
We fucking won, guys.
Okay, here we go. Go.
Let this guy finish his thought.
Let's break down the numbers. Total loss accumulated by these hedges.
Yes, dude.
British guy's been saying what's been said all day long.
So basically,
Schwab and TM Airtrade halt trading in GameStop.
All right, British dude.
Okay, let the man speak.
Well,
Dude, just let him finish.
how do you?
Guys, watch Robin Hood down.
Oh, 350, 350, 350, baby. 360, 360.
Holy shit! 363.
What the fuck, dude? Yo, what the fuck is happening, dude?
What a fucking scam.
Yeah.
That was the short. This shit.
We had a taste of victory there, boys. Come on.
It went to 371.
It's going back to 350. Yeah, it's
going back up. It's going back up.
Yeah.
So why does it pop off after hours?
That was the short attack.
There you go.
Dude, MACD is so low right now.
356, 360, 360.
Boys, we beat that short attack.
Oh shit!
I still want to hear the British guy. I never got to hear the British guy. Okay, can we?
No. Yes, because
the market is closed and hedges and institutions and things like that.
Yo, can one person speak, please? Just one person.
How do you go to the moon?
Let's go.
Guys,
Let that guy.
Let the British guy. Let the guy with the accent.
To the moon.
Let the British guy speak. Let the British guy speak.
He's selling a VPN to someone?
Yo, let's go to the moon.
To the moon.
We're going to Mars with Ellen. What you talking?
I can't hear.
Doesn't halt after market.
Basically.
No, never mind. I went to the moon.
Investing, basically any amount of money is worth quote unquote more during these after hours.
I want 400 by tomorrow morning.
That's so fucking interesting.
Very
Is
simple.
it just because of them? Basically, because there's not.
Yes, please. British dude, what's your name?
So say for example though, like
Yeah,
my,
just repeat
it's
yourself
closed for
like a
us.
few more times.
My brokerage won't let
Yeah,
me trade.
just repeat
Who's
yourself.
trading on these right now?
So other brokers like Webull, apparently you could trade after hours, and like interactive
Robinhood, you
brokers, I
can too.
think.
Robinhood as well.
Yeah, you can trade after
Or you
hours.
can trade till
You can trade
hold
on.
on,
Trade
so
after
4 a.m.
hours.
Trade after hours on Robinhood?
That's big
Yeah, you
cap.
can trade after. What the fuck?
To the moon.
Go.
Hey
Go to the
guys,
moon.
you
Have
have
to
to
be-
be I am call up one of their
Which is
investors.
true.
and
There
ask
could
for
be
more.
informal agreements, but at the same time, like I've said earlier, there's bearish and short position hedges, but there's also bullish hedges.
Yeah,
can
we
so,
find that guy, please?
To the moon.
I just want AMC to
Shut up so I can
calm
mute.
down.
Yeah,
It's
if you're not
$1,000
talking, just
crap.
mute yourself.
$1,000 crap.
Okay, let's go.
Y'all, I got out of
My bad,
GameStop
boys,
at
my bad. It was my bad.
$17,
It's
and now
$1,000.
I'm
Who's
broke.
on the BlackBerry right
now?
Yeah, I fucking know that, dude. I know
You're
that.
so lucky, man.
It's about to reach an all-time fucking
None of us
high.
are looking at the GMT
Guys,
ticket
quiet
right now.
down.
Like,
Clean.
Too hot. Dude, I think it opens 400 tomorrow for pre-market.
It'll be probably 420 tomorrow.
if anybody
To the moon. To the moon.
I think
Yo,
at
wait.
least it would
If
be
it breaks
20% standard
371,
deviation.
if it breaks
So
371, it'll hit its all-time
really
high.
quick for the functional retards. That includes the British fella that has a little bit of
But
functionality
shut
with
your
them, and
mouth.
all smalls. Are you guys going to be up at 3:30 a.m. Eastern to take a look at that pre-market?
That pre-comp.
That, and also take a look at Frankfurt as well.
You've been
trading this
had a job. Like, who's been working today?
Hey, guys, tell me if I'm
I've been
wrong.
working
but
all day
because,
today.
Because I'm in
I did
what's
like
it called
30 minutes
Central
at
European
work.
time, and I'm 7 hours ahead. I can tell you what's going on right now. I can tell you what's going on 7 hours ahead. All right.
Dude, I've been skipping Zoom classes.
Magic?
Can
Oh,
you add me into the server?
Yo, can you set a VPN and access after hours, or does it not work that way?
Yo,
add me
the
as well.
server.
You're level 2. Out of curiosity.
Never mind, I'm done.
Or hit me up with the
What does
Discord
it
as
sound like?
well.
Quick start.
That'd be sweet.
To the moon.
The Mars.
Who's the guy talking?
Oh, never mind.
Who has more than
Who are
$1,000 in one of these stocks?
Also, man.
I got
Why?
I got 2K.
I
got 2,000 now.
I have 25 million.
Why would you do that?
Yo, how did this subreddit lose 1 million people today?
Do you guys want Gamestoks? So yesterday,
Yeah, I don't think it lost.
What is happening to AMC?
Listen,
AMC's going up, sir.
yesterday,
We all know that.
AMC is like we said earlier. AMC
AMC's
has
going to the
shortable
dirt.
shares. It's not the same situation at all.
It's going great, folks.
if you guys are scared about GME, yesterday I bought calls for. Yesterday I bought.
Oh no, AMC, please stay up, baby.
Yeah, and the other. Oh.
We need another
Go
tweet.
back up tomorrow.
yesterday about GameStop calls for 1,000.
It's always like that.
And I held after close.
Small investors
Is
lift
it OR?
AMC GameStop to new heights.
Oh yeah, hey, except KB.
Wait,
Oh, Rob, I added you. Hector added you.
I sent you. I sent you.
Yeah, Hector.
I sent you. I sent you an invite. My name is,
I did too.
start with Jonah.
KP Heat 24.
Not my actual name. My actual name is Josiah.
Why are people fucking selling AMC?
Because it's shit, bro. It's
big
overbought.
More so,
Yeah, me
Piece of shit, man. So you.
I believed in it.
Yo, why is GME like shitting itself?
Yo, people were buying the wrong AMC today.
Explain the technicals as to why it's different.
Did you just sneeze all over us?
What the fuck?
All right. Yeah.
Jimmy's tanking.
Yikes.
What the fuck is going on with
I was the one who
GME?
made that a European comment.
You did not watch it last night.
I know we're all.
Everything's tanking right now. I think it'll go back up though.
Just the capital.
Is there a reason why it is going
It tanked and then just went up like
Hey,
$20.
This is the real.
I'm interested in learning these the second, what's it called again? Second market data.
The Second Amendment.
Second Amendment, yeah. I would love to learn.
You see how quickly they got bought up?
Shoot from the hip. I think why it went down is a play by institutions.
Who the fuck is
Yeah, it's just a re-up.
Yeah, it's just a quick like, dude. This happened the other day when it was like fucking. It dipped super quick for like to 80, and then like went back to fucking 200.
It's back up.
Yeah, it's been bought back up already.
I dropped 12 grand in AMC.
Is anyone else seeing?
What happened to AMC? Why did it done?
There's not incentive for him to hold back up ever is with me. Now, saying that, I did drop 12K
Tesla is going
on
straight down.
AMC at
Already at
17.
10%.
Wait, what'd you say about Tesla? What?
It's going down hard.
Hard.
Oh shit, that dropped like 70
Whoa, what the
points.
fuck? Why?
Dude,
What do you like
me
to
is
now?
back.
Apple's down. What are you
Oh,
on to? What do you
shit,
say?
it's dropping.
Guys, it'll
What do you
go
want,
back
Sam?
up, okay? Stocks go up and down all the time. Chill out.
Facebook's down huge as well.
Apple.
And Facebook, Apple, and
Why did he say I kind of love Etsy?
Yo, I might get into Tesla. What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Facebook and Apple.
Uh,
Saying.
So,
Damn,
so
right.
what's
What
happened with
I should have
Tesla?
sold my position on that earlier at profit.
Tesla's taken the biggest drop it's seen since.
So what's happened? Tesla's posted their earnings.
Your mom.
Tesla posted their earnings, and they were down 5% or something.
They were down.
It's a bubble.
Oh, you're right.
Why
Yeah.
they went down like
What were their earnings?
Buy it now.
Why they did?
Yeah. If there was ever a time. These guys are literally going to Mars.
See the Elon.
Where are all these British guys come from?
Buy the dip.
Virgin Galactic.
I'm in
Who
on
bought Tesla now, though?
space.
Oh wait.
I think someone has an echo or an open mic.
I'm holding on to
Looks like the
space.
dip was there and it's gone.
Yeah, it's going back up again.
Yep.
Dude, if we comment about how it's going back up and down again, this is gonna be the funnest evening of my life.
I mean,
AMC slowed down.
the market closed 12 minutes ago. I don't know why people expected it to stay still. Like,
Apple fucking dropped.
Like at the start of the day, I was playing around with like $300 and $400, and then because I was listening to you retards, now I got 23K in.
How much did you make?
No, I said I was starting today by like my initial investment being like $300 and $400 and playing around in there. And I said, listening to you retards, now I'm at 23K. 23. You hear my accent? I can't make 300K. Yeah. No, I'm saying I
The secret is to buy.
23K in.
Well, 3.4. 3.3. No, minus 3.4%.
Dude, I have like $60 in AMC, bro. I'm not making any money.
I'm almost up $500,000 from June.
Sell
AMC and buy
not
I got 4 racks in that bitch.
The S&P's not making money.
Diamond Hands. Diamond Hands.
Thank you, Oro.
I got a Diamond Cox. Diamond Cox.
That's what I mean. Even when it stops trading, it's still fucking going. So you just kind of.
So far, I made 2 cents off of AMC.
Hey, so quick question. Next
I think everything's just going down because of the volume surge.
Are you guys gonna buy the speed dip and everything?
Yeah, whose fucking shit is echoing?
Who's going roll? Who's going full roll?
Bro, you need to get some of that GME pop and buy a new mic.
The amount of times I've heard that.
Jesus.
Guys.
Is it my mic?
It's just because of the volume surge. It's so much volume, it'll go back up.
Taliban just looking at them. Mad life, but yeah.
You can do limit buy after hours.
I think it's Connor Peak that's echoing muting.
Just like we are on back in a sec.
It should be open 2 a.m. your time.
SEC is someone's reviewing this server and what's going on.
I'm at the German market.
Yeah, mute Connor Peak.
Connor Peak. Connor Peak. That's the.
Somebody needs to move their speakers away from their mic.
That's the one that's doing.
Yeah,
Oh,
Connor Peak. He's the echo.
Jeez, that was so annoying.
Connor Peak.
Connor Peak.
Yeah.
Connor was peeking.
Hey, is my mic
He's
fucked
got
up, by the way?
sassy as his picture.
Is there a way to click on the icon without having that bar constantly update with users? I can't click on this.
So yeah, where it says voice connected below the names, like below everything, right below that you'll see stock and options. Click that.
Bro, that accent is amazing.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, your accent is amazing. I love you.
I love you too,
Hey
my
man,
dude.
I love your accent.
You guys on a buff up now?
Hey, you remembered?
Got Matthew McConaughey over here.
Yeah. Sorry, I regularly speak banjo.
Why the fuck are my stonks going down?
Is that Oru?
Does anyone know
It's
why
after market hours,
Apple
everybody's selling.
just tanked?
Yo, Aura. Yo, Aura, accept. Oh, there we are. My bad.
Wait, an invite to what?
I don't know why
S&P's cracking
this
me up.
happened.
Yep. You talking about the order book?
Or I messaged you.
If you want all the meme stocks, they're on YouTube as well. Hot Stocks Level 2. Stocks Big Plays is streaming them.
Do anyone know why aftermarket's so bad right now?
That's impossible, Funny.
Do Control F and then do 7136.
Hey, Orub, I just sent you a message from Osama bin Laden. Sure.
I sent one too.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, is there a way we can have like our own channel?
The AMC is going back up now.
Thank you.
AMC to 200
No,
tomorrow.
not really. Everybody's gonna be. I mean, it's pretty bad.
Why is GameStop down 5%?
AMC to 100.
7%. Why is GameStop down 7%?
Like down 7%. If you woke
do you
up,
guys
like,
think-
I mean, think about it. Like in the EU, if you woke up and it more than doubled, then you would probably take some gains off of that, especially since we're getting so close to Friday.
Bro, I'm in
People here
Canada.
live that experience. You could live that experience. Why? Hold.
What was his name?
Yeah.
OR.
Also, keep in mind that
everything
some
is
people
right
that
How
are
many
investing
members joined today?
have
Like almost
already
a million.
placed whatever their profit.
But we went up almost 1 million members today.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind that there's a lot of people that are not going to care about selling on Friday or Monday or any time cutoff. They're gonna sell once they hit whatever profit margin they're good with.
All right, I got you, brother.
Foxtrot uniform Charlie Kilo.
This is why I hate new fags. They mess up the entire plan, and then they ask, "Oh, what are we supposed to do?"
Okay.
Level 2.
Who can I contact regarding a better
I
server?
wasn't paying attention. Where are we going?
Who can I contact regarding a better informational server?
Yeah, he also has a Bloomberg terminal access.
Again, so you
it's
got
worth it.
Oscar Romeo what?
Oh, that's the dream one day.
That is what I like to hear.
Hey, boy.
Wait, are you serious?
Approved for
Everyone?
options.
What's the point?
Am I
supposed to message the link? I'm
Exotic
sorry.
Wiener. My name is Exotic Wiener. You know,
Send it to D Honcho.
OTIC. Send it to me, please. Thank you.
Dude, he's not gonna go to you. You go to him.
Yeah, what's your
only
question? What's
zone.
up? What's your
It's too
question?
late. It's too late, bro. You missed the
my
window.
God.
Send it to D Honcho.
What? Right.
Yeah, fucking turn that shit off soon.
So
I care.
Why not both?
I'm here for both. I'm here for both.
Both.
I'm here for the fundamentals. I think the
Both.
fundamentals are solid.
I can't find your name. What's your name again?
I'd probably say it's about 50-50.
I'm
I'd say it's
holding,
probably
man.
50-50.
Fuck the hedges.
Hedge funds, man.
Oh, wait,
All I care about is money.
I want to be a part of history, man. Hedge funds.
Listen, fuck the hedge funds, but I'm more concerned about
You'll
rent.
see in the movie they make about it called The Big Long. You can see it in AMC theaters.
Money. Let's fuck these hedge funds up.
Well above water.
I'm second,
The
bros.
Big Long.
Yo, Bloomberg, Bloomberg, bro. Where do what's your name?
Can I own hammer? He said that so many times.
So we're gonna have Matthew McConaughey with a big long, right? Who else?
So is this going to be like a dedicated server just for like normal people that want to discuss stocks?
Do they just log in once in a while
I
and
missed it
stream
already.
their terminal, or what?
I mean, Darude wasn't that bad.
Is this his own terminal or is it through work?
Popped off today. That was so sick.
Who the fuck is
How's Naked going?
We need more to go into AMC. Everybody put in AMC.
Yo, what's going on with Naked, bro?
Hold your AMC.
Wait until GME is at 1,000 and then sell it.
Well,
Damn, bro, chill out. Don't rob me.
The VIX is at 60%, so there's like a lot of fear right now in the stock market.
I'm sorry that a stock that's on the verge of bankruptcy
The
at
VIX
400.
is up 45% today. Wow.
We should go Occupy Wall Street.
Like
As of
They're
right
trying to
now,
sabotage
the
us.
MACD is resetting.
We need to make our own brokerages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
We need to make our own.
Make the Wall Street Bets brokerage.
GME can literally.
We could bail them out,
Wall
or
Street Bets brokerage retard division.
GME can literally crash a big portion of the stock market.
Retard analysis.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Retard analysis specialists.
So the kind of risk assessment.
Who's gonna come out?
Retard assessment. Now, how many is the stock?
yeah.
Are you referring to the stonks?
What if I erase
building?
it? Thank you.
Well, what?
Or quickly hit 24 when you get the chance, bro.
Guys, I don't know if I don't know how mine. I know you're talking about
Yo, how do you feel? Yo, how do you guys feel about the
Yo,
SEC
lads,
coming
there's
on
a
to
new
this Discord server
boys,
and
boys, deep fucking value is
They're not going to do shit because the White House said they're not going to do shit.
How does government work?
Yeah,
47 million.
Open volume.
Oh,
20 million. 47 mil. Hell yeah.
Mark, great to have you on.
Just in a way for
earnings and talk us through it. The stock is off the lows, down a little more than 4%. Mark Bitzer, CEO of Whirlpool.
Tesla earnings, of course, out moments ago as we were discussing. The stock's down 4.5%. Let's bring in Dan Ives from Wedbush Securities for his analysis. Dan, good to see you as always. What's your take on why we're trading down, and what are the key things you're looking out for in terms of guidance and the analyst call?
Yeah, I think it's just knee-jerk reaction after the parabolic run. I think overall I'd call this an A-plus quarter in terms of course, deliveries, but also profitability. When you look at core margins, it's all about that, call it 750 to 800K guidance for the year in terms of deliveries. I ultimately think that could be upside, potentially 850 or more. Right now, we're 3% penetrated in EV. They continue in the EV market as Tesla's world, everyone else is paying rent. I continue to view this as a golden age, a bullish political backdrop. This is something the bulls, ultimately it's a feather in the cap, knee jerk, and I think many view this as a green light.
Dan, thanks very much for that quick take on Tesla, which is trading low by about 5% after hours. Dan's going to stick with us and will join us for Apple earnings reaction in just a little while.
Up next, Apple's earnings, moments away.
We'll get our attention.
Who's got the open mic again? Why do these people even bother? Like, why? I don't understand.
Yo, can I get mod?
Invites.
Hey, my internet went out. Are we
I haven't
switching
got
servers?
one, bro. Where are you?
Yo, can you send Bearcat an invite?
Hey, what internet do you use?
Cat.
Hey, send dude an invite.
Who said they have
Invite,
internet
please.
access? Of what?
Send dude an invite.
Yo, can you send me an invite too?
Lucid underscore live was looking for one.
Who's got
11
minutes
minutes
ago.
ago. Yeah. Sidetracks, can you send me an invite?
Who's the one that's
He's having a little trouble recovering, but GME is only 1% down. Yeah, that's all I was just saying is that it just look at that beautiful cup.
99.9.
Or
AMC's got to recover. AMC at least doubling tomorrow.
Yo, what's your name again?
I sent you a message. I'm gonna get contact. There we go.
Remember how there's
This is still like 47 million unrealized though. It's not real to be sell.
Question.
I found it.
Yeah.
Is AMC going to the moon?
No.
His name's like Please Hire Me or
Yeah, who is that?
It's lessons learned.
Please hire me.
Please hire me.
Wait, is it Lester the molester?
No,
Please
lessons
hire me.
learned.
Background
Mo
noise.
Lester. Yeah, it's please hire me for intern.
He's hiring. He's doing stuff on a different PC. Who?
He's probably playing stock on a different PC.
Who the fuck is on the phone? I think I added. Is it Lex One Up? No, he's muted.
I don't know, bro.
It's Trendmaker96. Trendmaker96, I think.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
I think.
Score lesson learned.
Dude, the new Tesla cars are dope.
The other is
Yeah.
please hire me.
I think Tesla down 7%. Trend maker. What? Tesla down 7%.
God, the difference that makes. The difference, man.
That's amazing.
Peace.
Yeah, it was that background.
Yeah, it's
noise
a trend
that was so
maker.
annoying.
Trend maker or trend maker?
What happened to Tesla?
Trend.
Why are they down so much?
However long I want until the market. Really? Oh my god, night and day. Oh really? Maybe not.
It's quiet.
Yeah, honestly,
What was the
it's
name
mad.
of that guy again? What was the name of that guy?
Trend maker 69. 96.
But I can still hear him. I don't know why.
They're in a freaking conference call together.
GME closed. That was a lie.
Genzer, how do you spell that? What's first
Oh,
letter?
G. I think they need to have some kind of. So many people muted throughout this. So you're gonna put your beneficiaries. Oh my god, there's another
4:50
one.
by the morning, it's over.
Oh.
How do you think GME is going to open tomorrow?
Oh, really?
420.
Probably like 400 or 500.
Her friend gets much close. Oh wait, let me refer you that. Wait. Yeah. I think it's right here. Yeah. Well, oh, no, yeah. How about that hedge fund kid? Where'd you pull that from?
Yeah,
the short squeeze
is only starting.
Orav, are you still listening? Could you did you add everyone? Or are you still in the process? Thank you.
Yo, add me, bro.
Oh, so you did. Yeah.
Dude, that shit was so annoying.
Dude, I wonder if people have me muted still, and I don't even know.
Buy AMC right now. AMC is dipping so much, you gotta buy AMC right now.
Well, it's gonna work. Wait,
No, we're not.
For your friend.
Yes.
You're for your friend.
No, AMC is a distraction. We don't give a shit about
Because
AMC.
it just
We told
hit
you it was gonna
It's
get
gonna
shorted.
go back up. You're gonna make so much money.
Oh,
Buy AMC right now.
buy
It's not the same thing.
This guy's trying to take my attendees. How easy is it to refer them? So, how is everyone's day?
Why are Melvin Capital employees in here trying to get us to buy fucking AMC?
Because it's going
Fuck
back.
off, man.
It's going to
Wow,
17 or 18, 100%. Buy AMC
It's
right now.
influencing. What can I say?
Dude, AMC had over $1 billion volume and didn't do shit. Same thing with Nokia. Stop focusing on
I
other
can't
things that aren't
believe
going
Wall
to give you
Street
the same
is
returns as
intentionally
GME with a nice
bringing
huge squeeze on GME.
businesses down. They want those businesses to go out of business.
Okay, guys, Can someone explain why exactly we do not focus on AMC and Nokia? Just explain
It's
why.
gonna take
Because you're
away
spreading
from
out the
GameStop.
liquid.
Hey, just one person.
Squeezing it out so they can be out of business.
We can focus on both, honestly.
No, there's 80%. There's 80%. That's a high.
Can't be squeezed.
That and the sympathy play. They think that, you know, fucking Wall Street Bets is focusing on AMC, but we're not.
It also takes away from GME.
Thank you. I understand now. Thank you. Yeah, no, you perfectly explained it. I was just like, a little confused. Everyone talking about AMC, I thought we were changing.
Yo, I'm kind of new to the.
Oh, okay, there.
Hey,
Also,
it would be
until-
interesting if you could explain a little bit more about the over 100% short squeeze and that difference with GameStop versus AMC.
That means that over 100% of the shares currently traded have been shorted. So the ratio to shares shorted versus shares like in movement right now is 140%.
Microsoft.
So until they cover those shares, there's no point in taking attention away from GME. Like we might as well like pump it as much as we can. Like
Someone tweeted at
there's just
Microsoft,
not as
"You
much
guys
potential in
want
AMC.
October, and if yes, do you enjoy it?" And they tweeted back, "Of course, Asa will be Wizard King." Current after that, someone tweeted, "You can't be."
What's up, friends?
Their share price is also driving them.
We need to have a focused effort on GME, not spread ourselves too thinly.
Have you seen the news? Have you seen the news?
What's the news?
NASDAQ CEO suggests halt to trading to allow big investors to recalibrate their positions to combat Reddit users.
Doing it, or they
Main Street will not let Wall Street win.
I'll put it in rate my charts because it's not getting spammed as much.
Okay.
It's in rate my charts.
We got a white charts boy in here.
Yeah.
So do we sell GME?
Honestly, guys, don't get scared by all this shit where they're talking about they're gonna fucking halt it. Literally just hold.
Forever.
Like literally not forever, but like if we just keep holding, they can't keep shorting it. We have inherent value for our stocks. And on Friday, we have to remember those 8 million shares are gonna be bought. They have to be. Exactly.
Is 8 million the number for Friday?
see is just to scare you.
Okay,
should be out
there,
They
if you don't know already, if you don't know already, there are 79,851 contracts right now that are going to be exercised on Friday for GME at prices at $75 to $60 per share, and those are going to be all exercised on Friday today, not today or this week. Yeah,
those be sold immediately then.
So I mean, I'm not sure.
End of day.
Is 8 million the number for Friday?
Yeah, 8 million. So that's 8 million shares. It's 80,000 contracts. Exactly.
The link.
Anybody know if the shorting
How much room does it have to go? 1K?
But by the way, no, it has to stay above 75, which of course it is. What's going to happen is right now, if you check the aftermarket, I'm gonna screen share real quick. If you check the aftermarket charts of like GME and everything, they all received the dip at the same exact time. So they're still trying to short it aftermarket. at GME, it dipped down to like $300. For AMC, dipped down like $15. Each one, AMC is still dipping to this like right now. Nokia, same dip. Fucking like literally every like Bed Bath and Beyond, same dip. Each of them at the same exact time. That shows you that they're still trying to short it, even though they say that fucking Melvin Capital is bankrupt. They're still trying to find money to short this, and that is illegal.
Hold on.
This is the thing, the actual
point that we
data
were
behind
pointing
it,
at
though?
earlier is that
You guys have the
we
actual
already
data?
knew that they
I don't have any like concrete data, but like if you look at the chart, all of the charts like line up at the same exact time that they're fucking all of them dip at the same point, like at the same time after market.
No, of course they're
Dude,
shorting.
it was a fucking
Who
trap
would
just
in
to
their right
move
mind
some
wouldn't
of the
think it's gonna
liquid
go
and also
down? Of
bankrupt
course
the
they're
people.
shorting it.
All I'm saying is that everyone needs to diamond hands and make sure you do not sell, even when it gets to 1,000. We can keep it going. We can keep the market.
Don't be silly, man. I'm
$10,000,
planning
$120.
Keep it.
Hold
I want to grow.
hold for as long as possible. That's all I'm saying.
When the fucking value sells, you sell.
That's the whole point.
Because I know it will go back up.
2.6% of GameStop stock. So if they dump, it's literally just gonna be a chaos. It's just gonna all crumble down. Be careful.
They just want to.
I have a question. Can I ask for some
small
stats?
companies, okay?
Yeah.
The big squeeze.
By the way, what is the interest?
Let's
currently?
squeeze out.
You know what's funny?
And we
By the way,
was in the Big Short.
Here's
Now
another
he's
thing.
gonna
Here's
be in the
another
Big
thing.
Squeeze.
Like recently, the company that's liquidizing Blockbuster has been getting boosted. It went from around like 1 penny per share to around like 20 cents. So look for that. It's gonna be coming soon. If you can buy that now, I can. I'm on Robinhood. If you can buy that now, I would buy it just to be just in case it might go up at a lot of value. But
What's the ticker? What's the ticker symbol?
It's B. Let me see.
BLIA.
BLIAQ. Yeah, BLIAQ.
Yo, what broker can you buy that on?
I'm not sure. But you can check it right now. It's at 11
liquidating.
cents. Yeah, BB liquidating.
GMC, what is GME going to close at on Friday?
It's going to close at $1,000 at least. I'm telling you.
Bullshit.
AMC's back.
Yeah, no amount of technical analysis can figure this shit out, man. This is not actual trend.
Okay. I'm not. That's just that. Okay, I'm not gonna say what's the concrete thing, but that's what I'm saying that it's gonna go to. That's what I believe it is.
But I don't know.
Yeah, no.
It's
Right now,
literally however many people actually hold, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's
right
it.
now we are in uncharted territory. Something like this has never happened before, and that's why it is. That's why this
AMC
is
at 19.
So,
Holy
Could it
what's
go
that going on?
south?
It could. This is literally very easily. Yeah. So
a
this
good
could
bailout
literally
number.
like anything could happen. Literally anything could happen. Honestly, like
Hey, you guys want to hear a funny story my coworker told me about options today?
Sure.
So he was telling me that back when he was growing up in San Jose in the 90s, and so his dad was a financial advisor, so his mom was familiar with options back then, and she was trying to buy some options on this one startup that they knew about, and when she was trying to buy it, it kept freezing on her, so she tried to do it again, and it ended up freezing on her 3 times before she's like, fuck it, I gotta go pick up my kids. So when she comes back, she looks at she bought six contracts of the same thing that she wasn't supposed to buy. So it turns out that stock went up 30% over than it was supposed to be, and they made $100,000 on that mistake and used that to buy a down payment on their house.
Wow.
Damn.
Whose mic was that? They're going to
That's
fuck up.
American dream right there, not those hedge fund assholes.
I think it's Trendmaker.
What's his name?
They use Firefox? Oh, you use this.
I think it's Trendmaker 96.
Yo, Sony, was that you with the article about alting GME?
Hold on, hold on. I gotta mute this guy. Holy shit.
Kill him. I already muted him. I can still hear him.
I think it's Charlie.
It's not Trendmaker. He's already muted.
Everyone mute themselves.
What is this? Oh, is this not
Charlie with the GME logo. He's got the GME logo.
Back.
GE logo.
What's the name? What's the name?
Charlie with the GE logo.
Choose your screen number. Oh, I think I can delete this. Yeah.
Dude, being in this voice chat's the worst game of Guess Who ever.
AMC's back above 16.
Tell me about it.
I mean, are you guys working from home too? Like I just had it working off to the side. While
AMC. Oh, did you see that? AMC just went up to $19 for 1 second.
What the fuck? I saw that.
AMC yeah.
They're fucking with something.
That was literally 1 millisecond.
So, what was the reasoning for this Blockbuster one again?
I'm not. I'm be honest. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why Blockbuster is going up. The ticker is BLIAQ. BLIAQ.
Something dumb.
GME's at the closing price again. It's at
I'm just saying we should probably watch this because if it goes over 40 cents,
really concerned about how that will affect the efficacy of advertising on Facebook. So this war is spilled into the press. It's getting hot and heated, and you're seeing now Facebook, flick at it in the future. How much?
Are you asking what a ticker is?
GME or AMC.
Yeah,
I'm
ticker.
ready to this. All right.
Maybe you shouldn't be here, guy.
Yeah, GME is the ticker for GameStop. It's just the company's like stock name.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
It just 1990.
It went up to
Dude,
$19,
I had
$20.
$35 in profit for 1 millisecond, dude. What the fuck is going on?
There's probably massive.
There goes, I did it again, dude.
Oh boy.
Batch kit.
Who are you talking about?
They're shorting the Chevy. They do not want it to go over. This is what I'm talking about. This is the market manipulation.
AMC is being heavily manipulated.
Could it just be a glitch or something?
No.
What stock are you talking about?
Go ahead. Explain it, please.
Go to the moon. Caddy.
Shut up. No one gives a shit. No one gives a fuck.
Yo, why are you guys like this?
Coming back. No one gives a fuck about
What's
someone's
strange
watch
is that the
order.
subreddit is so positive and we just support each other, and on here we're all fucking toxic. It makes no fucking sense to me.
What do you mean? We're not. There's a vocal minority that's toxic as hell. People like the nice people.
Man, I've been here for 4 hours. It's pretty toxic.
Please,
dude.
Is GME over?
Hold on.
GME over?
Hold on. No, shut the fuck up. Wait.
No, it's not fucking.
No. Hold on.
Just getting
to
started.
whoever said you've been here for 4 hours and it's only toxic. That's because all these fucking new people that are coming in that haven't been here for a week. This is not indicative of what fucking Wall Street Bets is.
No, I've been part of the subreddit for a month.
I know. I'm saying the Discord has been toxic as shit and spammy as hell for the last fucking week because of GME. I was here on Friday. I'm just saying.
Don't you have like max users now on Discord?
I wasn't trying to be angry. I just trying to say, hey, let's be positive. Let's not be
no. You can't tell these people to be positive because they're just memeing. They're just like shitting on. They're mad they don't have any money that they can fuck shit.
Is Nokia over?
Probably because they're underage. That's why.
We're going to the moon.
Hey, is Nokia goodbye?
Going to Mars.
If you have to ask like what every one of your fucking buys should be, I think you need to like just just get out. Like,
well, that's toxic.
Use context clues Read the fucking Reddit.
Tesla just crashed, by the way, by
Yo,
$70.
why is everything crashing?
What just crashed? Wait, Tesla just crashed? No way.
Yep. What's Tesla at?
Oh wait. Wait. Did
It
anyone?
crashed a while ago.
Guys, did anyone listen to the AT&T call? Because they had an earnings report today, right?
Apple has earnings soon.
AT&T
Spy's gonna get crushed, man.
They went up to $30. That's impressive. Okay. Then they went back down. I don't know about their earnings report.
Yo, Naked is going to the moon.
What happened with Apple?
Yeah, Naked is huge.
Holy shit, Naked.
Naked is going to the moon.
Let's see.
Let's get naked, boys.
Go.
You're
Naked
better off
brand.
when SPY bottoms. You're better off selling a put spread, right? Because Ives sells.
They finally broke a dollar. You know what I think it is? Is that the entire market now has confidence on beating the shorts. We set the example. You gotta buy in
I'm really
bulldozers.
proud of you guys.
I might buy 100 shares of Naked. I'm gonna buy 100 shares of Naked tomorrow.
I'll be right back. Just keep looking at the aftermarket and make sure you subscribe because tomorrow that's going to be more of the action. This aftermarket's already calming down. So tomorrow on open and pre-market, that's where you're going to see a bigger change in volume from now. So subscribe to the channel. I'll leave this up for now. I'm going to go eat and I'll be back.
I have a question.
Lose yourself in the moment. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Yo, mom spaghetti.
They own the fucking regulation.
No, they're not going to let someone short GME like they have.
Not going to let. Like,
They're definitely
going
to
to
change something. They're not going to let GME get shorted again. Like
I have a quick question.
I have everyone want this shit to happen more often, right? Like the fucking people actually dictate the prices of stock. And like, if they have the buying power and they want to increase the price of a stock, I want them to let it happen. But government and fucking hedge funds are going to lobby against this shit and add regulations because this is fucking up their money, and they're going to have to be paying out extraordinary amounts of money to people that are fucking like putting in minuscule amounts.
But the
someone
reality
literally made $100,000 off of 500 on Friday on last Friday from GME with $60 calls. You think they want to do that every fucking week?
No, but the reality is the regulation will impact them as well, not just us.
Melvin.
That's how it should work.
Melvin lost porn. Anyone have it?
I have hentai. I have anime porn. Who wants it?
Silence.
Whatever. I just
That
want
is
to see
true.
the
That is
fucking
true.
lost porn.
If we can, you know, I'll be fine if the if there's like some sort of you know, regulation on the hedge funds, so they can't literally short and halt and stop growth of a stock just because they can manipulate it with the amount of money that they have. I think that should be illegal.
We might be right about the squeeze, but Robinhood is going to break during the squeeze.
Boys, but the system favors the financial world, right? Like,
So, no, I think it will be both ways.
You're gonna have to start hiring meme manager positions in their hedge funds so they can.
you guys are being
go on
investigated
Reddit
by Joe Biden right now.
Whoa, it went up to 300.
Who gives a fuck?
You guys,
Joe
you're
Biden
here
wanted
too,
to
buddy.
children.
Who gives a fuck?
It's
Does
don't you
anyone-
think it's
guys, a quick question.
I think it's pretty
Bro,
epic.
we're going to the
You get your Biden bucks. We're fucking the man.
May the Candyman come.
Y'all should be like proud of
Yo,
that.
fuck the boomers. This is our time.
Fuck the boomers. I'm gonna stick my dick in there.
I have a question.
No, they're
Is it gonna
dying
be
of
a Gamestop
COVID. That's
on
what's
Friday?
happening.
Let's go.
They are quite literally a dying breed. It's only a matter of time.
AMC.
COVID is accelerating it. COVID is accelerating it.
After hours too risky.
Celebrate the contradictions.
Is after hours too risky?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Don't trade. Just hold.
Buy the dip at 10 a.m.
Please come back for all of us who bought at peak. Please come back for all of us who bought at peak.
For what?
AMC? What did you buy at peak?
I got 370 at GameStop. I bought 25 shares.
How you guys this retarded that you buy at like the peak every day? Like there's a new retard every fucking day.
Buy high, sell low.
Literally just wait for the dip. If you see it on an upward trend, you know it's gonna go down for a second. Like
Yeah, dude.
how
I bought
the fuck?
it.
How are you this stupid? Holy shit!
Quick.
Got that opium.
What are
Buy high,
AMC
sell
and
low.
GME price targets for the
Buy
end of the
high,
week?
sell low. You gotta buy high.
It's not that
You gotta
hard.
sell
Just
low.
wait for it to go down a little bit and then buy.
Are we holding BlackBerry or
I'm
not?
gonna wait for it to hit 500 for
I'm
me to
holding
buy.
BlackBerry.
Did you guys see cost today? That shit went crazy. Went to the moon.
I'm gonna say this. I sold.
Fucking value gonna sell.
Yo, Eric, stop, dude. Fucking stop.
Down like 10%. What's going on?
I got in BlackBerry at like 25.
Fuck
I
up
feel like
on
it's too
Nokia.
high.
Yo, cost went from like $9 today to 80.
AMC puts.
Fuck off.
AMC at
Shut the fuck
1368.
AMC to go into 100.
I think.
It really
Wait.
doesn't matter if Nokia is going up. We're all
AMC's
focusing
going
on
to
GM
zero. You
because
guys
we
are
wanna
stupid.
Get these,
You need to open up
rumors all the
strikes on
time.
AMC, man.
AMC electric
I'm
vehicle
trying to get
now.
Tendies, not
Price
nuggies.
target on
lads.
Friday.
Stay over 320, yeah?
AMC 0.
AMC's making an
GME
electric car?
1,000.
I think they halted it. I think they might have halted GameStop.
Hours?
Get it
Yeah.
on shop or TD.
It's at 333.
Let's get in. You're right.
They can't.
No, it's going again.
It's 338. It's 338 on my screen.
So
I
if
don't
you
know
use
why.
Robinhood, just to let you know, you can also get TD Ameritrade, Think and Swim on the side for free and do volume and a lot more analyzation just as a standard guy. You don't have to sit there and be like, this is.
You don't even have to put
halted."
money in to get the full.
Yeah, you just download Think and Swim. You can actually see what's happening a lot more in detail instead of thinking that it's halted just because Robinhood sucks. You know,
You just gotta.
You can buy
In regards to Think or Swim, they also have webinars and educational materials so you can learn some technical analysis and fundamental
Who the
analysis.
fuck wanna learn?
And you can watch. You can watch Trading TV.
Nobody thought these.
Hey, Sony's helping us.
Sorry, did I hear the F word in here?
If you use the F word,
you're
you're kicked.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, no one's allowed to say fun. No one's allowed to have fun in here. Serious.
Why are you so far away from your mic? Why it's so reverby? Damn, bro.
Why not both?
That dude's taking a shit. That dude's taking a shit.
Make it or be make it or
This
be.
dude is in the employee bathroom in the Target right now.
Hello. No, I'm sitting in my dorm room.
guys, just buy.
Where's the fucking value at?
Hey,
Make
trust
it
me.
or be liquidated. Make it or be
It's at 48 billion.
Make it or
I'm
be
just-
liquidating.
I'm just honestly waiting for fucking Friday. I am so excited. Every day I've waken up and with another $1,000 in my portfolio.
Make it or be liquidating.
What charity? What charity we hitting?
Guys, I've barely been able to work
it
on
up,
the
bro.
literally stocks all day.
Guys,
Make sure that COVID
realistically,
depression.
what is the point that we sell at?
Last night there was
Until it reaches the moon.
So last night there was a
AMC
smart guy in here
300.
saying not to look at the price to determine when you sell, but that you should look at the short indicators.
Wait, let's just okay, guys. Let's wait until either Friday or Monday open and see what happens because we have to wait until all those contracts get exercised.
Monday it'll be at $20. You're fucked on Monday.
No, that's not true, dude. The contracts that expire on Friday, the people who sell the contracts have until Tuesday to fill those. So they have to buy
worst case scenario?
shares all of Monday and Tuesday to fill the calls.
Exactly. So it might keep going up. So Diamond Hands until we
Also, if you can afford it, if you can afford to execute your calls instead of selling your calls. If you can afford to execute them because that forces the shares to be purchased. And if you're slightly out of the money on Friday, wait until Monday because you could be in the money when the market opens on Monday. Say you're at like
British.
Yes.
Yes. You have to be
Absolutely.
Mortgage my house, hold my car. I'm gonna jump out the window to cash in my life insurance.
You guys are putting fear into everyone, man.
GME.
They have been. They've been buying
No,
shares
it
and
was the
shorting them again.
position. It's
No, they have
neutral
to
when they
buy
buy.
twice.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
they have to
you're a
realize their
retard.
loss in doing so.
In order for them to make more money, the value has to keep going higher than what they initially bought after covering their shorts.
He's across the room yelling.
But what's
Sort
the
of.
worst case scenario extra playing?
Right now, they're continuing to short.
Hello.
Yep, there you go.
Someone say they're gonna
Wait,
eat
are
their
we
own
still
shit.
talking
Somebody
GME?
with the brain,
finally.
Hey, Elon says that he's holding.
Do you guys think GameStop's gonna do an offer?
Hold the door.
Elon
Hold the
hates
line.
Elon
Diamond
hates
Hands.
kill the shorts. Elon hates the fucking short sellers. He's out for blood.
Elon is
Nah.
based.
Based Elon. Hold the door.
But guys, last night there was somebody really smart in here, and he was sharing his screen, and he was explaining you don't need to follow the price to figure out your exit point, but that there's other.
We're talking about wet.
Yeah, there's like the indicators he said we should be looking at are the short interest, the borrowing cost, and the amount of shares that are available for you to borrow right now. He said that until the shares available to borrow goes up to about half of the size of the actual float, which is like I think 50 million shares. That's when the short squeeze will start to end.
AMC?
No, June, bro.
What site do you
thing.
Yeah, it's not accurate.
There's like a website
Twice a
called,
month.
How about AMC?
there's like a website that gives you like estimates, but also each broker
What
has
about-
their own. Each broker publishes their own stats. So like, no, but you can see the borrowing costs for each broker if you want.
Yeah, we need to find a reliable source of data.
But
We gotta ask
Oh,
Elon.
AMC just fucking.
You can get estimates though that aren't that bad. That's the thing. There are companies that are giving estimates that.
Somebody PM Elon. He'll hook us up.
Oh, quick question. Does anyone know if the
Elon and
short
Chum
guys
here,
will
bro.
today?
Ask him.
What was that?
So is it still Diamond
The guy
Hands
with
right
the
now?
guy,
Yeah,
Diamond
Diamond Hands.
Cactus.
It's more important than ever.
What about it?
Where's deep fucking value at right now?
He sold. The fucking
Yeah,
value
right.
sold 300 calls today, but held all his shares.
It's probably pretty smart.
He's
Yeah,
at
it was.
47.9 mil.
40.
That's probably what that
shit.
dip was in the morning.
Dude, if I had
Bennett
$47
distributes some
million,
candies to
I
that.
would be humming right now.
Has anyone heard about CGC, cannabis stock?
Nope.
Yeah.
Cannabis stocks are risky as hell.
Which is the best cannabis stock?
You talking
Why
about
did you say
Canopy?
risky as hell in this
I'm
fucking
in it
chat?
Yeah, you gotta play me.
Purely.
There's no risk in the GameStop.
Dude,
We've pumped
GameStop
this
is
stock
What about
1,000% in the
Dogecoin?
past
GameStop
week.
is 100% sure thing. There's a technical
Only
explosion.
profit.
Did AMC just drop to 9?
AMC's garbage. Stay away from that pump and dump. It's all about GameStop, guys. This is a once in a decade mistake by Wall Street that we can make money off of.
GME is down to
I
315.
agree.
Yo, what's up with Biden?
Is there
bro?
any
He's
way
like,
that it
I'm
just
looking
like
at this.
doesn't end up working out the way everyone thinks it will?
Riding with
Is there any
Biden.
possible like worst case scenario that can fuck everyone?
Yes,
Like,
Their
they
chat
can go
was
to
not
zero.
pumping
Dropping
AMC.
310.
I mean, the worst case
Everyone
scenario is that they
sells.
shut down the market for retail traders.
No, it's free market. It's called a
And
free
they'll just
market.
bypass them and do it anyway. They own the fucking lawmakers.
Yeah, one regulator dude was like, shut it down for a month.
Try something.
Yellen,
GM,
Yellen
if
said
they do
today
that,
That's a big jump after hours, guys.
53. Just drop.
it can't. We're gonna keep it.
Above
If we
300 is bullish. Above 300 is fine. It's bullish.
above 300, if we enter Friday above 300, it's gonna be like 1,000 by Monday. It's not. We're about to see a huge blowout. And also, China is only starting to wake up to this investment. By the way, I have a friend in Shanghai who asked me. I have a friend in Shanghai who was texting me the morning for him. He was texting me about this, and Chinese retailers are about to get into this.
I think China's up to something.
I'm here to fuck over the institutions in the U.S.
Yeah, dude. He's on his way to $1 billion.
Who's getting yelled at by their mom right now?
He's getting mocked by his mom's boyfriend.
Wait, what?
What's it?
Do your
16?
homework. Guys, why is Blockbuster up today?
Yo, can you do your homework and then come back to the chat?
Real fucking funny.
Blockbuster's up for meme power alone.
Even though GME is the real stock, a lot of people have been rippling to BB and AMC.
What's the worst case scenario exit plan? What's the worst case scenario exit plan? What are y'all gonna sell at? Worst case?
Fucking moon.
Yep.
MOON.
Bought it.
I'm selling.
Case scenario is the moon.
Just hold, guys. It's
Worst
not gonna
case,
happen.
they
It's
all
not.
trading
Like,
and close
you
everyone's
don't think about the
position.
worst
Guys,
case.
I am imploring you. I am begging. I am pleading with you, but I am begging you. Hold your GME until Monday.
Yes.
Hold.
Like Monday morning or
Liquidate before Monday. That would
Leave
fuck
you.
us
I'll
all
see you guys
over.
later.
Yeah.
I'm here to pay rent, motherfucker.
Especially in options.
How am I gonna afford drugs if this shit goes to zero?
Come on, guys, we're sticking it to the man. Just hold your shit.
Leverage
I mean, there's no
everything
time that you'll know whether or not it's your personal tolerance for risk. Do you need that money out? And when it's right for you to get out, like if 1,000 is going to change your life, get out. But
I want to get rich or die trying. I don't.
one
care.
of the other things,
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm either gonna be floating in a yacht,
Yeah, I want to be deep
or my
fucking
fucking
value,
wife's
bro.
boyfriend can be fucking me in the face.
Bro, this shit's going to 1,000. It's still a good fucking investment.
Invest in MOON.
Don't need to be talking about it.
What a good guy looking out.
All right.
Everybody I know.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's absolutely
okay,
right.
hold on. Wait. Okay. So for me, right? For me, the reason why I don't give a shit, I'm taking this to the moon, is because my average cost is $55 fucking dollars, right? I am going to make profit either way. I am at 478% profit right now, total return. I've made $1,000 in 8
But if you think it's going up, you should get more.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think he's talking to people like you then, dude. Like he's talking to people who are way higher into this and like, yeah, cool, we get it. Like you're low. And, like we get it. You don't have a big risk, but like he's not talking to people like
dude.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm giving you my perspective of it, on why I'm not gonna sell.
I'm gonna get when deep fucking value gets out.
Oh man, I kissed my money and I threw it away.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, but guys, if your cost basis is $40 to $50 right now, you could trim your position by about a quarter this week while it's up near these highs before we get to Friday, and that will reduce your cost of entering this trade to nearly zero. So at that point, you're playing with Melvin's money to make their money. I would recommend trimming a little bit this week if you have a low cost basis, just to get your initial investment out, guys. Then you don't have to feel like a fucking cuck when this goes to zero.
Sell at the fucking first game.
Proceed.
And then buy back after the
When he says low cost basis, he means people like me that have it at 50. So when you can so you can literally sell and make all your initial investment back, and then just buy back again.
How many shares do you have?
I only have 7. I'm not. I was not rich to begin with. Literally, like
that's fair,
dude.
Yeah.
If you have 7 shares at your $50 cost basis, you sell 1 share, and now your cost of capital is 0 on this trade because you're
exactly.
Gonna get back.
Yeah,
you can lose 50 though. That's fine.
I mean, the best position
That
you want
is
to be
true.
in, you
That
want
is
to
true.
buy.
I can literally.
You want to buy shares in lots of 100, right? Because anyone who got into GME before 20 or even 20 to 40 and has 100 shares or shares in multiples of 100, or they could sell these covered calls right now for fucking 10 grand is the 320 strike, right?
It's the worst part about it is that I could have stayed in when I was at fucking $15, but I was paper hands back then, back in December.
Yeah, I mean, no, I guess no one really knew that it was gonna go down like this, right?
Yeah.
Some people did.
Dude bounced off of the fucking $30 Fibonacci and just went bonkers.
No, this happened because Wall Street got greedy.
Nokia's taking off.
Yeah. Most shorted ever.
And they're gonna get fucking bailed out.
Jimmy's
going
down.
They
They
want-
shorted more money.
It's just like how Jim Cramer says, pigs get slaughtered.
Fucking pig.
Yup. Keep in mind that they could have exited their short. They could have left their short at $5 and made billions, but instead they want to drive it down to zero by naked short selling it. Specifically, GameStop had a debt covenant that they were allowed to pay with stock. And the hedge funds knew that if they drove down the price of the stock so that they could no longer afford to pay their debt with their stock, then they would get to zero. So they were trying to basically bear rush this company into bankruptcy. And Michael Burry saw that happening and warned the board in 2019.
Yeah,
That's when
I saw that.
started. In 2019, Michael Burry warned the board about the bear rush. And
that's fucked up.
Then Wall Street just got greedier. When Michael Burry wrote his letter to the board in August 2019, the total it was 63% short interest, and then it went up more than double.
This is the channel. I think even higher. I think it was 74.
Two-year
No,
operation.
it was 63 when Berry wrote to the board, and that was August 2019. And so now it's like 140 or so. So since Michael Berry wrote his letter, Wall Street got twice as greedy and still tried to send it to zero. This is a once in a decade mistake on their part.
They make mistakes all the time. They just get the banks and shit to work with them to fix them.
Yeah, but a mistake like this,
2007 though.
And now we got all Melvin's fucking money.
Fucking hate Melvin.
And Citrons. It's so
This
beautiful.
Melvin guy.
And we're going to the
He made me a
moon.
lot of money.
That Citron guy's a little bitch. I guarantee Citron was first off, that Andrew Left guy, he's a shade ball. Everybody who's around Wall Street knows that Citron is some bullshit. The number one thing Citron does is write short theses for hedge funds. He just gets paid by hedge funds. He doesn't trade on his own. He probably has a handful of shares in the market so that he can say like, oh, I have a short position. But nobody requires him to disclose how big his position is. There's no F-13 coming out of his fund because he's a tiny little fish. Yep, people believe him.
Hey, JP Morgan execs are on CNBC right now talking about the future of shorting stocks.
Hey,
History, fellas. You mother legendary Chads.
dude, I just told my coworkers about this, dude.
All of my friends have
It's
been
like, yo, guys, I'm a part of history.
I've been pumping this shit out of this stock.
I mean, they're going to make a movie about this.
We're going to
because
the moon.
We're going to the moon.
Dude,
We're going to Mars, my dudes. Why are we stopping at the moon? The moon is
Mars.
getting
You need Pluto? We're going to Pluto,
No,
bro.
we're going to stop at the moon because that's when we're going to drop off Melvin's
Bro,
wife.
ask
Because we're not bringing her
somebody
to Mars.
asked Pete fucking value to pay for a movie. He could make a movie about this himself.
My question.
Yeah.
So I live in Norway and people are catching on right now.
There you
It's in
go.
mainstream media.
Which in the forum to buy AMC and
Yeah.
Victor, do you want to voice act you?
You need to get all those kids to have your parents invest with you.
Yeah, I have friends, parents investing in GME.
I'm in Australia, and one of our international trading platforms crashed yesterday because there's so many people trying to open accounts.
Yeah.
Wait, is there anyone? This is gonna shift so
It's gonna shift the
crazily
bet
now.
on
Like this
Friday.
is crazy.
Is there anyone here who bought stocks? Like,
GameStop is literally breaking the market.
how many halts are they gonna be on Friday, dude?
But quick question: if I were to buy calls from Nokia, what call should I buy?
I would stay away from Nokia right now. It's a pump and dump.
Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah,
anything that's
I
I
had a $6 call this morning, and I sold.
gonna have the same reaction as AMC.
Should I sell my index
You
funds
had a
for
$6
GME?
call?
Mia Khalifa is trying to get people to buy Nokia right now. Do you think Mia Khalifa?
She's
Right.
Dude, Nokia's
Well,
gonna
so-
go
Don't
up.
beat them for the
Hold on.
thought. We don't care.
If you want
Hold
to do
on,
calls on something, do calls on AMC. Literally.
If
What should I buy?
I
What
get-
call should I buy on
so,
there?
I'm looking at the information for Nokia, and
fucking $20 is a good call.
Yo.
Actually, they can't even do those. Lol.
Can't even do that right now.
Still can't buy AMC calls above $10.
Should I sell my index fund for GME?
Wait, what call should I buy? Should I buy?
It's by LMT.
What should I buy? What should I buy?
Learn to chart and
Dude,
get
all the calls, guys, hold on. All you new guys are trying to do calls right now, right?
Yeah,
you have to realize that all the shit that you want to do calls on that's in the money has already it's pumped so much that all the calls are already in the money.
AMC puts, AMC puts, AMC puts, AMC puts, AMC puts, AMC puts, AMC puts.
Wait, can we all shut up just to see this?
Ain't
going anywhere. Can we all be quiet for like 30 seconds to find out?
Should I sell my index funds for GME? Should I sell my index funds for GME?
Oh, be quiet! Shut the fuck up! Hold on.
Guys, stop talking.
Yeah, bro. Just taking me away from making money, bro.
Oh, okay, that's JK.
Johnny Russ?
Dude,
You wouldn't believe it.
Johnny Russ.
No. That's not me.
It's JK.
No, nothing crazy. I mean, like today, up 5. No.
Yep, it's JK.
Not
yeah.
JK.
Sky LMT.
Is it Hobbler?
Muted Sky LMT.
It's Hobbler.
It's not me. Shit. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, it was Hobbler.
Yeah, it's Hobbler.
Yeah, Hobbler.
Yeah, mute the fucking pleb.
Oh,
Hobbler? No, I already have Hobbler muted.
Hobbler is.
There's another one. There's another one.
Is it Super So?
Don't try to fucking mute now. Now I'm a
I think it is JK.
We're gonna find you and we're gonna kill you.
GME just dropped him to 300.
Hey, it's a sale.
Holy shit! Oh, I just lost $300. No.
Keep in mind, there's way less liquidity right now, so these prices don't mean very much.
Okay, I think the echo is magic.
Yeah, no, I was just kind of like letting you guys know because it was like you guys were trying to figure that out.
Do not be afraid.
So guys, I have a question here.
Be not afraid.
Wait, what do you guys think?
This is literal. Oh, they're shorting it. Don't worry, guys. This is
Yeah, they're just shorting it, dude. They're just
no,
doubling, tripling
no,
down.
it's after hours. No.
New short.
Dumbass.
What they're literally
Fucking-
right now in after hours. What we're seeing.
Why can't you buy after hours?
Because you can't.
You could, if you want to buy it now, you can, but it's harder to fill your trade at the price you want after hours because there's less liquidity, so there's a bigger bid-ask spread. But the reason that
And it's already up to 300 again.
Yeah, it's like a.
the reason that there's a lot of the reason the price will drop after hours all week, not except for Friday. Friday is going to be different, but every day this week, I would expect the price to fall after hours because that is when all of the shorts who covered borrow out their shares.
So what do you think AMC is going up to? What do you think AMC is going up to tomorrow morning?
25.
0.
100.
0.
AMC is the play right now, man.
Did the option
to see 500 screenshot this.
Okay,
Did
what
Elon-
are some actual
Did Elon
predictions
tweet
for
about
AMC,
Nokia?
though?
No, nobody's tweeting about
those are
Nokia
fake.
except for Mia Khalifa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nokia has
Nokia's stupid.
Nobody cares about Nokia. Nobody cares about AMC. Nobody cares about BB right now. Everybody just chill out. It's not the play right now.
Nobody cares about GME.
Does the stock normally drop some after hours? Not always, but the reason it's dropping right now is because the
normal.
shorts who covered today, they are now selling their shares. because they are continuing to short the stock. So there's a lot of
So wouldn't it make sense that people that are trying to buy after hours are able to actually buy it for the price that they're looking for if the shorts are selling them?
It's just harder to fill. No, but think about it. What are they doing right now? They cover their shares, so now the original lender gets the share back, and now there's more. There's a lot more supply now available.
Again.
It's all about supply and demand.
Wait, is that what's going on with AMC as well? Because it keeps going up.
Dave Portnoy tweeted about Nokia.
Oh no!
If it goes up, it means that they're buying their shares back.
Like AMC and GME are like two completely different stocks. So like,
You should tweet it, fucking David Dobrik.
Is it worth just buying one stock in GME?
Yes.
Yeah, I have only
one.
one.
Big meme now. Are you guys noticing that there's a whole bunch of short positions that are like holding everywhere else, and everything's just kind of running a bit?
Buy and hold.
I have 9 stocks in GME and 230 stocks in AMC.
Dude,
it's already on international.
Hey, I got a WeChat account. I'm about to start posting on that.
I'm about to sell one share GME and get on the naked.
I'm joking.
What do y'all think?
Naked?
Never sell.
Are you gonna get fucked? No.
Nah, naked. I don't know, man.
Naked is
has a bad rep.
Paper.
It's kind of too late.
Basically, everything today, like Naked, SNDL, all the things that are being shorted, all the shorts are running scared since these hedges are getting fucking reamed.
Honestly, but hey, if you guys got calls that are way in the money and you can afford it, you should exercise and hold the stock.
Absolutely. Even if
you
absolutely
there's no value you get when you're deep in the money by holding the options. There's only risk.
You guys literally walked into the lion's den and just smacked your dick on his fucking nose and walked out.
Yes, Daddy.
Dude, the lion ate my dick 100 times before this happened to me. So
thank you, sir. May I have another?
That's true. That's true.
It takes a long time to get onto a trade like this.
I'll show you.
You guys shouldn't exercise. You guys should sell your calls and then take the intrinsic and extrinsic value.
You think I exercise?
Oh, shut up. Shit joke.
Yeah, if you can't actually exercise, then just sell the call and buy more stock. That's what you can do.
Okay, my question here is
exercise and then hold the shares. If you're
Speak louder, bro. Speak louder.
Hello?
What are they selling?
Speak
louder.
If you're typing right now, mute your mic, please.
Can I get an AMC calls on the dip tomorrow?
Next.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear you, bro.
Thank you. I'm from Spain. This is going international already. My question is.
No hablo español.
Let him talk. Shut the fuck up. Let him talk.
Señor, no me hablo en español.
Let him talk.
Una tortilla de patata, por favor. Okay. My question is, could be those hedge funds trying to manipulate the market with all these bots about buying AMC and Nokia, stocks?
That's what
Because they can make money.
Almost 100% doing that.
Yep.
Thank you.
The GameStop bag holders are trying everything they can to kill the GameStop trade right now.
We need to get this fucking Discord on a CNBC interview right now.
Is that
dude, it would be
the only thing they're gonna be hearing is WrestleMania all fucking day.
And the Android notification.
I agree with Guy. I mean, there's not a lot to poke at and say, well, they could have done better. In fact, I don't really see anything. It was extraordinary. It's a day where, high flyers, and I don't even think of Apple as a particular high flyer, are not being rewarded. It's run up a lot. The bar was high. I actually think they jumped over the bar. So I'm hanging on to it. It doesn't bother me that it's down a little bit. It's had an extraordinary run. If you step back a tiny bit, it's still had an extraordinary run. This is hardly down at all. So I'm hanging on to it. That was really an astounding quarter. I'd love to hear the commentary about. I think we're early on in 5G. We've got a lot more to come.
Yeah, I mean, this could just be the start of what bullish analysts are calling the super cycle for Apple. But does this tell us, Tim, at all, just give us a clue about tomorrow's trading to see Apple stock down 0.8% after?
No.
We're
I'm
American,
just
bro.
a retarded here in the. I'm full retard.
Welcome to the club.
I'm full retard. So
¿Cómo estás?
my idea. Thank you very much. Very good. Thank you. My question here is just that it's like they are trying to manipulate. They are gonna try now with AMC that right now is down. They are gonna try to with Nokia next, and they will keep trying. So that's.
So we hold the fucking line.
Well, yeah, but I mean they've been trying to
bullshit,
manipulate the
right?
market since last night, and I think from the people who were here last night, it was like pretty evident. So what I heard, and again, I'm no expert at this, I'm still learning, is that what I've heard is that people want to leave Nokia and AMC for next week, but obviously that's kind of getting mixed up with the people who are doing it now. But from what I heard last night, from what most people said, was that it was very evident that this was just market manipulation and they wanted to leave it for next week.
I think
I mean, that makes sense because once GME halts, everybody takes their money and goes to the other memes.
right. I think what they did was yesterday, after market close, they were the ones that bought that huge spike, and then what we're seeing this drop now is them selling off the.
Was, down during the regular session?
Right. Well, that's really key, because is Apple going to move the market higher, or is the market going to move Apple lower, or some combination of that? The market doesn't move higher without Apple here, in my view, substantially. But I think these numbers we've all gone into the superlatives here. So Apple moved 35% into these numbers off November. And so I think you have a dynamic here. What are the biggest drivers for Apple? To me, in terms of the multiple, they've been services revenue, which again was up 23.7% year over year. And then China, when you talk about this as a growth story, so China growth up 57% year over year. Those are the biggest drivers in a refresh cycle that's 18 months. So back to the market. Look, 7% of the S&P, Apple incredibly important, Microsoft incredibly important, and I think that the fundamentals behind these companies are very, very strong, and lock that into cash positioning and let the market settle through this difficult period. But there's nothing here that tells you Apple should be taking a major pullback.
What do you want to hear from the conference call, Steve?
Well, when you look at just the services business, we're honing in on $54 billion. When we started doing Apple coverage on services, it was a non-event. And the work from home, it's helped on the hardware side, the entertainment side. People are binging movies, the arcade side. But as Tim and Karen said, huge move from November and December. I'm actually long the name. I'm staying long the name.
Oh, you're long now. Interesting. All right, coming up, earnings palooza just getting started. Tesla and Facebook shares all on the move after reporting results. We'll bring you the details next. And later, Wall Street's Reddit rebellion continues, and with it comes ridiculous moves in some of the most shorted names in the market. We'll dive into the options pits to break down the trades. More Fast Money straight ahead.
A different future starts with you. That's why GoDaddy does more than help you find a name. You can create, sell, and get found online, so any small business can drive change or build an empire. Because old ideas aren't cutting it anymore. This new year, we need a new generation of thinking, your way of thinking. So whatever you have in mind that will help make a different future, find everything you need to get started at GoDaddy.com. Because the future isn't decided yet. It's still ours to win. Start different at GoDaddy.com.
Remember when being a mermaid or a superhero seemed realistic? They're the dreams that only a kid could have. And at Atrium Health Levine Children's, these dreams drive us to be our best. That's why our pediatricians and specialists are the best in the region, and why our hospital is ranked in 8 specialties by U.S. News & World Report. See the dreams that inspire us at levinechildrens.org/best.
Not sure what to listen to next? Well, here's this week's top 3 things to listen on TuneIn. Get ready for a fresh perspective on the sports world with First Take, Her Take, the new female-led spin-off of ESPN's First Take. Now that Joe Biden has been sworn in as America's 46th president, catch up on his first days in office with live, on-demand coverage from your favorite news source. Hear the latest and greatest hits coming out of Nashville with TuneIn's top station for country music, Country Roads. Find these and more trending audio on the homepage of the TuneIn app.
Ready for the loudest, most correct sports opinions in the history of the spoken word?
Feels great. We got it cleaned the other day. It's already dirty again, but that's what we like.
On Pardon My Take, a.k.a. your favorite new sports podcast, Big Cat and PFT Commenter bring you daily topics, special guests, and a money-back guarantee for a better life.
Passes are so bad. It was pass interference, but the pass was so bad, you're like, but it can't be pass interference.
Search Pardon My Take on TuneIn to listen.
Be honest. How hard is it to find time to read the news? Lucky for you, TuneIn lets you listen. With live network news from CNN, MSNBC.
Here's the reporting from the Times tonight. Quote, a heavily criticized recommendation from
Fox News Radio, NPR, and more.
This alternative reality is something that Americans need to understand. Hey, Brian, good to be with you.
Best of all, you can listen on all your devices everywhere you go. Because reading a newspaper while driving can be so hard.
The biggest stars.
Again, Kawhi Leonard. 5th straight game in the series. He's at 30 or more. And that's it. And the Clippers are going to win it.
The biggest games.
James for 3. Bang! LeBron James from downtown. He's got
the biggest moments of the NBA are live on TuneIn.
Welcome back to Fast Money. Facebook out with earnings. The stock is higher now in the after-hour session as the company's call gets underway. Let's get to Julia Borson with the details. Julia.
Well, Melissa, Facebook beating expectations on the top and bottom line, benefiting from growing e-commerce in the fourth quarter. The company also adding more daily and monthly active users than analysts anticipated. But the stock did drop as much as 5.5% in after-hours trading on the company's warnings of challenges coming in 2021, saying in the second half of the year, the company will lap periods of increasingly strong growth, which will pressure year-over-year growth rates. Also saying there are more significant ad targeting headwinds coming, citing European regulations as well as Apple's upcoming operating system, iOS 14, saying they expect to see an impact beginning late in the first quarter. Now, on the earnings call just now, CEO Mark Zuckerberg taking aim at Apple.
We increasingly see Apple as one of our biggest competitors. iMessage is a key linchpin of their ecosystem. It comes pre-installed on every iPhone, and they've preferenced it with private APIs and permissions, which is why iMessage is the most used messaging service in the U.S.
Zuckerberg also warning about the negative impact that the new iOS 14 will have on small businesses, saying that they will be unable to reach their consumers, in addition to that criticism of Apple's messaging tools. And Melissa, one other thing, Facebook announced that the board authorized up to an additional $25 billion share repurchasing. Guys, back over to you.
I guess, Julia, in terms of the guidance, the thing to remember is that during the pandemic, Facebook is one of the businesses that actually did well. So the comparisons get tougher as they lap the pandemic versus a lot of other companies which actually benefit because of weak comparisons. Is that right?
Exactly. It's going to be tough, especially in the second half of the year in terms of those comparisons.
All right, Julia, keep us posted on the call. Thank you, Julia Borston. Tim Seymour, what do you think of the quarter?
Great quarter. I mean, I have to say, I'm obsessed with this WWF style, who Apple versus Facebook. This is incredible. And again, going right there. And if I'm looking at the news monitor on Facebook saying, again, more of these comments from Zuckerberg. Apple has an incentive to interfere with our apps and other people's apps on their dominant platform. And the fact that Facebook has acknowledged this in the way that they have, whether it's as material as they're making it, they're clearly sending a message, and we've just begun here. And I think it's going to be very interesting. And in terms of brand loyalty and where the consumer is, who's got a more trusted brand, Apple or Facebook? I think I know the answer, but I think this is very interesting.
Yeah. Karen, what did you think of Facebook and also $25 billion share repurchase program? That's good news for investors.
Right. That's good. I think that, the stock is not expensive here. The quarter was outstanding. I think to punish the stock in any way because they said there's uncertainty about 2021, that's ridiculous. I think any management that would come out and say we have great certainty about how 2021 is going to play out, that wouldn't really fly with me. So we've seen this over and over again. Apple reports great numbers, and then they want to sort of talk down expectations. They may very well be right, but nothing from this at the moment shows me that this stock this is not a crazy valuation at all for an extraordinary company. That revenue growth is incredible.
Yeah.
And the buyback's great. That helps. It's a little accretive to earnings. It doesn't really move the needle. It's not why I'm in it.
Right. A lot of companies are getting a free pass for not giving guidance, and here we are, Facebook giving guidance which may be perceived as extremely conservative. And why not? We are in the midst of a pandemic, Guy. So what do you make of this move in Facebook in the after-hours session?
Should be significantly higher. I think probably the broader market sell-off today is holding some of these things back. And I've said it for a while. There's nothing about Facebook, the platform, that I like at all. But the stock is ridiculous. It's amazing quarter. And all you can talk about monthly average users, daily average users. The numbers stuck out to me. Tim's ARPU for the U.S. was $53. The Street was looking for $49. That's up from $41 same quarter last year. The growth rate is significant. Same thing in Europe, and to a certain extent, same thing in Asia. Those ARPU numbers are magnificent. The stock theoretically should be testing those late August, early September highs of 304. I'd be interested to see how that trades tomorrow as well on the back of what was a historic quarter.
ARPU, of course, being average revenue per user. Coming up, Tesla on the move as a red-hot day trader favorite. Just reported earnings. We'll bring you the full report next. Plus, we're still monitoring all the after-hours action in Apple in all these stocks. Apple shares just taking a leg lower. Fast Money friend Gene Munster dialed into the company's conference call. He'll bring us all the market-moving headlines next. More Fast Money next.
Need your daily fix of hockey talk? On the Locked On NHL podcast, join a rotating predictions around the National Hockey League.
The Chicago Blackhawks are on the clock, and
admit to care first. Caramount Health. Find out how we care.
Be honest. How hard is it to find time to read the news? Lucky for you, TuneIn lets you listen with live network news from CNN, MSNBC.
Here's the reporting from the Times tonight. Quote, a heavily
exactly what they're expecting to deliver for 2021. The analysts are expecting 796,000. All they said in the earnings release is 50% annual growth over the next several years is what they are expecting. Do the math. That comes out to a little more than 750,000. But again, nothing explicit for 2021. The conference call is going to begin shortly. And what's going to be interesting is to see what they say about those delivery guidance numbers, if you will. Also, by the way, they have said that the Berlin and the Austin, Texas gigafactories, they're on track for first deliveries to begin a little bit later on this year. Melissa?
All right, Phil, thank you. Keep us posted. we will check in with Phil when the conference call gets underway. Again, that's in about an hour's time. Steve Grasso, what did you make of this quarter? Tesla does seem to be in the sweet spot right now in terms of the political environment, for sure, and investment trends in terms of ESG.
Totally in the target zone where it should be for a Biden administration. But as Phil said, the gross margins were considerably less than what the street was looking for. And I believe Elon was actually looking for 840,000 deliveries to 1 million this year, or in that vicinity. That was his exact terminology. Every time you bet against Tesla, you lose. You look at the chart, people have been taken out in body bags in this one. There used to be a liquidity problem, Melissa. There's no more liquidity problem for Tesla. So I still think you have to bet on it, but you have to trade this one. You can't just buy all in, but ultimately this one probably continues to move higher.
Yeah, the gross margins were lower, not just versus expectations, but also sequentially lower, which is not a good thing. Free cash flow, you mentioned free cash flow, $1.9 billion in the fourth quarter. That pillar of the bear thesis is obliterated, especially now, right, Guy, with the stock where it is.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think, it's funny that Phil looked at the same thing I was looking at. That gross margin number came in at 19.2%. I think expectations for about 23.5%. And you mentioned sequentially lower. I mean, that I think has got some people a wee bit concerned. But I'll say this, and I understand free cash flow, and I totally get it, but it was really never an earnings story on the way up, and it really shouldn't necessarily be one now. I mean, it should all come down to if you believe the vision or if you don't. So I'm sort of with Steve on this one. Every time the stock has been bet against, it's been the wrong way to do it, and I think this sell-off is probably going to be bought as well once the broader market tape settles down.
Energy generation and storage revenue is also an interesting line item. I saw that number, and it sort of popped out at me in terms of the shareholder letter. Gene Munster tweeted this. The revenue is actually up 72% in the December quarter compared to 44% in June, 1% in March. That's becoming a bigger, still a small, but a bigger part of the business, certainly when it comes to actually just the growth percentage, Tim. That's sort of where you want to be positioned.
Yeah, well, I think this is one of those other dynamics that's been pushing the multiple higher for a couple of years, especially on storage. So, I mean, look, agree. Why should these numbers count against them now when actually the free cash flow and the balance sheet dynamics are not in question at all? I actually saw that they expect 2021 annual delivery growth of expect around 50%. That's what I saw on the tape just recently. So, that's about as close as you get with hand grenades and horseshoes sometimes with this company. And even though they've been very specific in the past, I think that number's in line with expectations of where the analyst community is. So, $860 billion market cap. Hard to worry about this balance sheet.
All right, coming up. Apple shares, they are on the move. They are getting close to after-hour session lows. You will not believe what was just said on the company's conference call. We'll bring you the details next. And later, Wall Street's Reddit rebellion. What is the social chat community up to now? The details straight ahead when Fast Money returns.
Live radio stations from around the world.
It's another options way of sort of hedging your bets and protecting.
Search premium to try premium for yourself. 2020 was a year of unrivaled financial challenges. Make 2021 the year
that where I saw so many lessons
and get tips for managing your personal finances with The Save Space.
Some people think managing money is easy. This is a podcast.
Why is this happening? With Chris Hayes. Listen for free on TuneIn.
Not sure what to listen to next? Well, here's this week's top 3 things to listen on TuneIn. Get ready for a fresh perspective on the sports world with First Take, Her Take, the new female-led spin-off of ESPN's First Take. Now that Joe Biden has been sworn in as America's 46th president, catch up on his first days in office with live, on-demand coverage from your favorite news source. Hear the latest and greatest hits coming out of Nashville with TuneIn's top station for country music, Country Roads. Find these and more trending audio on the homepage of the TuneIn app.
Be honest. How hard is it to find time to read the news? Lucky for you, TuneIn lets you listen with live network news from CNN, MSNBC.
Here's the reporting from the Times tonight. Quote, a heavily criticized recommendation from
Fox News Radio, NPR, and more.
This alternative reality is something that Americans need to understand. Hey, Brian, good to be with you.
Best of all, you can listen on all your devices everywhere you go. Because reading a newspaper while driving can be so hard.
Get social. Get social. It's a new year. Why not try something new? Like following TuneIn on social media to stay in the know with all the amazing audio to come in 2021.
Follow us. Facebook, Twitter, or even Instagram @TuneIn.
You probably know TuneIn has all your favorite podcasts, but that's not all there is to hear on demand. You can also listen to news programs like Meet the Press, State of the Union, and Fox News Sunday after they air, along with sports shows like Pardon the Interruption and First Take.
Time now for First Take Primetime Players. Today is number 13.
And intimate music performances like live on KEXP and NPR's Tiny Desk Concert, on the air or on demand. Hear it all on TuneIn.
Emancipate your ears from musical monotony with TuneIn's adventurous library of independent music radio. From eclectic, listener-supported stations, liberated of...
Welcome back to Fast Money. Check out shares of Whirlpool sinking despite beating on revenue and earnings. Karen, you have been watching this stock.
Not just watching, yes, I own this stock. You know, I don't know what happened at the end of the day in trading today. Whirlpool was up, I don't know, $3 or $4 going into the close. These earnings were very good. It was a strong beat on revenue, strong beat on earnings. But I guess, you know, the people were thinking the number should be even higher. The whisper number was higher. The bar was set higher. They still talk about, you know, very positive housing dynamics, and they are a little bit supply constrained. The story to me is the same as it was, you know, yesterday. So I still like it. I'm staying long. If it goes below 200, I think it's just a tad over that right now. I would probably add. Yeah. Not expensive.
The CEO was on CNBC and seemed to be very optimistic that it wasn't just a pandemic sort of pop. He said we're well beyond that initial spike of freezers and microwaves in demand. Tim, you pitched this stock. You fast pitched this stock before. So what did you make of the quarter?
It was power pitch. It was an excellent quarter. We weren't expecting growth here, and we were expecting an outlook that was more in line with demand. I will say this. I was long Whirlpool from 170 to 200, 160 to 200, and I'm out of the stock. I think it's still a great medium to long-term holding. Part of it was just being a little tactical around what we've seen with a lot of the industrials and frankly, a very, very strong run. But I think this is a great company. I continue to consider this a housing play. I've said that. There's nothing wrong with the company. There was nothing wrong with that quarter. The valuation's actually very attractive. And these trends in housing, as he pointed out, have gone from just COVID playing defense to people truly structurally getting into a remodeling and a whole new housing trend that's very, very strong for these guys.
Yep. Let's take a check on shares of Apple. They're off the after-hour session lows, but they are down by 3% right now. The call is underway. Loop Ventures' Gene Munster has been listening in. So, Gene, what's behind this dip?
The dip came from some confusion about the iPhone channel inventory. They talked about drawing down the channel inventory. And so what that means is that essentially that really good iPhone number wasn't maybe as good as people thought it was because of this channel inventory drawdown. And then later on the call, they just clarified their comments that while channel inventory was drawn down quarter over quarter, it was still lower than it was a year ago. I'm sorry about all these details here, Melissa, but they are important. And what that means is that there was no kind of a game of shuffle with the iPhone to get that good number. It was a real number. That was one thing. That's why the stock kind of dipped a couple percent. And I want to quickly just highlight some other important things that have been from the call. And overall, the call has been very good. One is that the Mac business was supply constrained in the quarter. That was the only business that was just simply in line. But that probably means that there's upside to the street numbers for the March quarter when it comes to Mac. And then I want to give, I think it was Katie Huberty, some props here. I mean, she did something that as an analyst I always wish I could do. She did it marvelously, which was trying to get Tim to talk about future products. And she disguised her question about Apple Car if Apple's working on a car, is how do you think about new addressable markets? And Tim commented that we think about the user experience is important and segments where we can do both hardware, software, and services, bring all of that together. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not putting the stake in the ground saying that Apple is going to build a car, but I think that the leanings are in that direction because the future of a car is just that, hardware, software, and services. And so when I put all of this together, I'm surprised that the stock's not moving higher. I continue to feel great about our opinion that this is a $200 stock in the next couple of years.
Gene, it's Karen. Thanks for being on tonight. Let me ask you, they talk a lot about the strength of China. Does that make you want to increase your numbers for the U.S., assuming that China's strength is on their sort of coming out of the pandemic earlier, and then when we do, we'll see that strength as well?
Yes, I think you will see analysts inch their numbers higher because of that. The question also came up on the call about, these further lockdowns to your point here, and they said that they haven't seen any material impact from some of these new lockdowns. And eventually, yes, you're going to see some of that benefit. These are all what I would put as near term. I think of near term as less than 1 year. Near term benefits as people kind of right size their pocketbooks through the pandemic. But what I really want to anchor is that this quarter, the traders hit it on with the right adjectives to describe it. I just want to add is that what's going on here is an accelerating digital transformation, and that is sustainable. What's happening here is going to continue. Now, not these specific growth rate numbers, but this idea that Apple can grow much faster than I think analysts and investors believe over the next year, 2 years will play out.
Gene, great to get your analysis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gene Munster, Loop Ventures. I don't know, Guy, in terms of what Gene had said about total addressable markets and how Tim answered it, hardware, software, and service, I mean, to me, it sounded like he could have been talking about a microwave. I get that he might have been hinting about a car, but let's say Tim Cook actually came out and said, we are looking into a car. Does that stock trade up?
Probably not. But with that, it's interesting. We don't have a microwave anymore in the house. The kids burned popcorn in it a few years ago, and we threw it out the window, and it hasn't been back since. So the experience for a microwave for me is a little bit different than everybody else. But I think it probably would have sold off on the back of a flat-out came and said car. But when you dance around it, it gives people something to think about. Again, I think the only reason the stock is low, again, in my opinion, is the fact that services revenue, which were trending north of 20%, we're now somewhere between 14 and 15%. But that's just being a victim of their own success. I mean, it's an extraordinary quarter. I don't think there's any way to get around it. And Gene's right. It probably should trend higher on the back of this.
All right. It's down less than 2% right now. We'll keep you posted on it. Coming up, we're going to get a lot more on all today's earnings action in a special bonus edition of Fast Money, including details from Tesla's call. That call starts at 6:30, and our bonus hour starts at 6. But first, the Reddit revolution playing out in a very big way in the options market. We'll take a look at some of the most active trades and what they can tell you about your money. Fast Money is back in 2.
Sometimes life just happens. And when orthopedic pain or injuries pop up, you want someone to take a look right away. You don't want to drive across town. You don't want to leave work early, and you don't want to wait a week to get an x-ray. So come to Orthostat. At Orthostat, you'll find Fort Wayne Orthopedics expertise without an appointment, 12 hours a day, Monday through Saturday. For locations and hours, visit orthostat.com.
Ever wonder what Tony Kornheiser is thinking about today? Wonder no more with the Tony Kornheiser Show, a daily podcast that starts with sports and quickly moves into politics, current events, entertainment, and whatever happens to be on Tony's mind.
No, I didn't buy them.
I got to
Your mother bought them.
Whoppers are so great.
I like
individually,
Whoppers.
but not in a
There's
in
only
a mixed
3.
bag.
They only come 3. The portion is...
Search the Tony Kornheiser Show on TuneIn to listen.
We are not here to curse the darkness. We are here to light a candle.
I'm Chuck Rosenberg. On my podcast, The Oath, I talk with people who served with integrity and honor, men and women who light the way, like former FBI Director Robert Mueller.
Your first thought, thanks to the Marine Corps, is your men. How do I keep my men safe? I was there to take care of our men.
Join me for Season 4 of The Oath. New episodes every Wednesday. Listen for free on TuneIn.
If you ever need a break from 24/7 news coverage on TuneIn, remember you can explore TuneIn's awesome library of music stations perfect for every mood and activity. Just search music to find what vibe you're feeling.
As COVID-19 cases continue to grow, local and national governments are trying to limit the spread while the vaccines continue to be rolled out. To stay up to date on the developments, TuneIn is here with live streams of top news stations like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News Radio, the BBC, and more.
We have got to double down on the fundamental public health implementation that we've been talking about incessantly.
Plus, the latest episodes of your favorite news podcasts. Search Coronavirus News to hear the latest. Need your daily fix of hockey talk? On the Locked On NHL podcast, join a rotating cast of league insiders for daily shows analyzing all the latest news, rumors, and predictions around the National Hockey League.
The Chicago Blackhawks are on the clock, and they haven't submitted a pick because, much like real-life fantasy drafts, everybody takes the full allotment of time.
Yeah.
In almost 2 hours, and we're only halfway through the draft.
Especially the number one pick. Like, why does the number one pick?
Search Locked On NHL on TuneIn to listen.
Welcome back to Fast. Got a big interview coming your way tomorrow. Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian will join the gang on Squawk Box. Be sure to catch that tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Meantime, take a look at some of these outsized moves in some heavily shorted stocks. Mike Coe spotted some equally wild activity in these names on the options front. Mike, what are you looking at?
Yeah, so, I mean, on Monday we talked about some of these names. We talked about BlackBerry, we talked about Nokia, we talked about AMC Entertainment, the theater company, and, of course, we talked about GameStop. All of those have seen explosive options volume, and today, actually, all of them traded over 1 million contracts. Nokia, in fact, traded more than 3 million contracts, and all of them have seen explosive gains over the course of the last 5 days. Nokia is the worst performing of those 4 stocks I just mentioned, up 56%. In just the last 5 days. But there are some other stocks, too, that are seeing some similar activity. Express and Fossil also seeing a lot of unusual options volume. Fossil traded more than 7 times its average daily options volume today. That stock is up almost 160% over the last 5 days.
Amazing. Mike, thank you. Mike Coe. For more options action, be sure to tune into the full show. That's Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Up next, final trades.
America's pastime is a big deal. It's also big business. History and operations to interviews with players, agents, owners, scouts.
Well,
Search Baseball Biz in one word on TuneIn to listen.
The next time you're in the TuneIn app and playing your favorite station or podcast, just keep scrolling and similar recommendations based on your interests and location. Scroll and explore more
while delivering returns. Gold, your strategic advantage.
New projects means new project managers. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Claim your $75 credit when you post your first job at Indeed.com/home.
Medical school was very stressful. I lost a lot of hair during that time. Nutrafol is 100% drug-free and it's natural. You can't argue with clinical proof. Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com.
A CNBC exclusive. American Airlines CEO Doug Parker. The quarterly numbers. Dealing with the challenges of COVID. And the forecast for the airline sector. Squawk Box, 6 Eastern. Watch Squawk Box anytime on demand.
Search Chill on TuneIn to listen.
Ready for the loudest, most correct sports opinions in the history of the spoken word? Commenter bring you daily topics, special guests, and a money-back guarantee for a better life.
Passes are so bad. It was pass interference, but the pass was so bad. You're like, but it can't be pass interference.
Search Pardon My Take on TuneIn to listen.
Want someone to talk to about your latest audio adventures? Well, so do we.
Final trade time, Tim.
Merck is a name that I think in difficult times is a very conservative. This trade down to 75, 76 area, I think is a place to buy Merck MRK.
Karen.
Yeah, Anthem, we didn't get to it, but they reported earnings that were a tiny bit light. 75 cents light from 25.37 to 24.50 is what they reported. So the street put a 47 multiple on that miss and left the rest of the 24.50 earnings at 11. Right. That is too cheap.
Steve.
Anthem here.
WestRock, they print their earnings tomorrow, hoping for a great print. WestRock.
We'll tweet, guys. Bonus hour Fast Money starts right after this.
Ready to take your audio love to the next level?
Perhaps it's time you tried out TuneIn Premium.
Experience a NBC and more.
We likely, almost certainly, are going to be vaccinating them.
And less ads on 100,000 radio stations.
Search Premium on TuneIn
to try it today.
Be honest. How hard?
Alright, I'm gonna get off here, so look up Deep Fucking Value on Reddit and follow Roaring Kitty on YouTube to follow the GameStop price. You can read all of the research from his videos. I'll put the link in chat one more time. And this is for GameStop. I'm talking about hours upon hours upon hours of research over the course of months. Over 1 year ago when it started, so. Go to that YouTube channel, look it up, subscribe, and I will be back a little bit before the market opens tomorrow. Anyways, this is after market. The price is pretty balanced, not too volatile right now. Alright. GameStop has a great potential right now. We'll see what happens to the contracts on Friday and the price. You can leave your predictions as well. But Roaring Kitty is very interesting to watch. Long bags. It's in the Discord. See you guys.